Let's talk about what you do. Do you work or are you a student?
Yes, I am both actually. I work part-time as well as a student.
What job do you do?
I'm an payroll controller. I control the payroll in a property management company.
Do you meet interesting people in your job?
Um, Not many, but yes, sometimes I have to visit the banks and the sites, so yes, I do.
How long have you been doing this sort of work?
Um, for a year and a half now.
Let's go on to talk about friends now. Are your friends mostly your age or different ages?
No, many different ages.
Why?
Where it ranges. It's basically because I am not from this place. I'm from back Nepal, and when I came here, I met people from my country as well as people from different places at work and at different places. So they're all over the place.
Do you usually see your friends during the week or at weekends?
It depends. I see them all over the week. I think work friends at work, after work drinks and things like that. So yeah, all throughout the week.
Okay. The last time you saw your friends, what did you do together?
We went out for a movie last Saturday. Um there was this interesting movie that we heard was out on due date, so we all decided to go for it, and it was pretty nice.
In what ways are your friends important to you?
Oh, they are very important to me because I hate to be lonely. I need to talk to someone every now and then because I can't just sit, not to say do nothing, but I need someone to confront and talk to. So I hold them, I give them a great importance in my life.
I'd like to move on to talk about food and cooking now. What kind of food do you like to eat?
I like Asian food quite a lot. Because it's because of its taste, its variety, and things like that.
What kind of new food would you like to try?
Um, that would be French, uh, pure French food, I would say.
Why?
I've heard a lot about it, but because of its taste, its originality. So, but I haven't got a chance to have the original French food as yet. So yeah, I would like to try that.
Do you like cooking?
No, that's not just my cup of tea. Not at all.
Why not?
I don't know. I've been here for 3 years now, and I am a single. I live alone with my friends, but it just does not come into me. Even when I enter the kitchen, I think I go grocery shopping and I do things, but once I enter the kitchen, I just end up making some noodles and just 2 minute food, and that's it. I end up having that, but I never got into cooking. And one interesting thing, I don't know the taste of salt. So I don't know. If I cook and I call my friends over, it would be a disaster.
What was the last meal you cooked?
uh, that was tough. Just noodles again. I would say no pasta. 2 minutes food again.
We've been talking about a well-known person you like or admire, and I'd like to discuss with you one or two more general questions related to this. Let's consider first of all famous people in your country. What kind of people become famous nowadays?
These days in my country, people who become famous are politicians, I should say, because since the time we've entered into democracy, um, they've come into a lot of media attention, and they've because of their the manner the way they've been doing things for the betterment of the country, they've come into a lot of attention. And also with the improving media in my country, the stars over there, movie stars, have come into great attention.
Why do you think politicians and movie stars are famous and popular throughout the world?
Movie stars and singers undoubtedly are famous all over the world because of what they do. They entertain people and the way they do things. And politicians, I think, gain attention of on to tend to gain attention on their take over the country of what they're doing for the betterment of the world, for the betterment of the country, sorry, and what steps they are taking. to do much better, or how they're going about it.
How would you compare the famous people today with the famous people of the past?
Big difference between the two. Back then, there wasn't so much of media attention, I could say so. As far as I know, um, famous people used to they used to be role models, and they used to be good role models. But these days, famous people are role models, yet for many of them, students as well as adults. But can we call them all good models? I don't think so.
So do you really think that famous people in the past behaved better, or is it just that we don't know what they did in their private life?
It's probably a bit of both. Um, they behaved a lot better, because since we've become more advanced these days, we can do what we feel like. These days, most celebrities and famous people take things for granted and do what they like.
What kinds of people do you think will be famous in the future?
Um, Continuing to be movie stars and singers, and some people who really make changes to the world. I could say so. Other than that,
Do you imagine that in the future maybe people who are more worthy of fame will become famous, like scientists and writers?
up till some extent, yes, because if they are really covered, I mean they really put themselves out to the world, then yes, they could get famous. But I would still say not as much as celebrities.
Okay, let's go on and talk about celebrity culture. For example, how are famous people used in advertising?
Famous people are used in they are used in advertising these days for a lot. We can see football stars. Almost all the sports stars are into advertising, including the movie stars and singers as well. The way they put themselves, because they are famous people. The marketing people think that they are going to get they will sell their product much better.
Why is that, do you think?
um because of, like I said before, because they are their role models. So people will think that, oh, he's doing that, so I can do that as well, and people will tend to follow their footsteps.
Do you think people really do that? That they will buy something because a famous person
Yes, I do.
uses it?
Sometimes advertisement makes a big difference to sales. I've been there, and I can say yes, they do quite often.
Do you think that there could be some negative effects of this culture of celebrity on young people especially?
Yes, to a great extent. There has been a lot of because people take celebrities as their role models, and the celebrities have misused their fame and power and money up till to do things that they should not. Sometimes, yes, I think that it will create a negative effect on, especially on young people, more than adults.
All right, thank you very much, Aashish. That's the end of the speaking test.
Thank you.